Okay, last little bit here. I do apologize. I thought I was going to be able to make it in the lecture. Didn't end up doing it. This will be about 3 minutes long. But our dependence on the oceans, why do we care? Evaporation supplies us with fresh water. So if we didn't have the heat from the sun evaporating or taking the liquid ocean salty water and making it water vapor and then eventually condensing it into clouds and raining, we wouldn't have fresh water to begin with. Not only that, but the ocean provides some oxygen with the photosynthetic organisms that are doing photosynthesis and letting oxygen out. And it also helps serve as a carbon sink as far as the photosynthetic things doing photosynthesis in the ocean are taking in carbon dioxide, so they're storing that, so it's helping reduce the carbon dioxide that we have in the atmosphere. The ocean also is a great place for fish, right? So we use the ocean to fish and eat the fish, sell the fish, whatever you do with the fish. And we can also get fish oils from those fish. That provides jobs for people, whether that be fishermen, people who are driving the boat, people who, like my friend Andy, who monitor the fish and make sure they're fishing sustainably. It also serves as an area for tourism and recreation. Many people go deep sea fishing. Many people go scuba diving. Many people just go visit the beach in the summertime. And then many people, hopefully Miss Backover someday, go see all the wild and crazy and awesome diverse organisms of the ocean, like the bioluminescent algae. That's one of my goals. The oceans affect our weather patterns. If we didn't have the ocean currents, we wouldn't have the weather and climate that we do now. And also we find oil and mine for minerals in the ocean as well. Human impacts of the ocean. Humans are always causing issues, as you know, some things that we do that are not good. We can fish unsustainably, overfishing or threatening the fishing environments. So we're taking too much of the fish at an unsustainable rate. That's why people like my friend Andy work on fishing boats and make sure that they're fishing only the adult fish and they're not fishing too many of the female fish, so that we can reproduce the population that we are taking from, so that there will be fish many years from now that we can eat and use for other things. We are polluting the ocean. 80% of marine pollution comes from land and runoff. We know that. Tourism disrupts the fragile marine environments and development as well, so we're taking the animals' homes just like we're doing here on the terrestrial land. Tourism, though, generates a lot of money and is great for our economy. Sometimes it can be negative as well, although it's a stereotype. Sometimes tourists are not so environmentally friendly. They don't realize what they're doing is a big issue. Like one time I saw a lady who had a northern accent, so we're going to assume she was a tourist, kicking jellyfish down the beach, which was definitely not something I wanted to see. It took all of me not to correct that behavior, but we let it go. Anyways, tours sometimes aren't the best, and developing things on places that should be wild is also not good. Think about it, all the beautiful beach houses are awesome, but also animals used to live there and now they don't anymore because you live there in your house. So we need to be thinking about environmentally friendly ways to be tourists and to develop land, keeping in mind our impact on wildlife as well. And lastly, climate change. So our sea surface temperatures rise, impacting climate change, because remember, we're storing that thermal energy instead of reflecting it back into the earth. Also, sea level rise, which we will talk a bunch about in earth and environmental science. But it's an issue. As the sea level rises, that becomes an issue for humans. We're having more flooding, as well as the organisms that live in the ocean too. All right, that is it. Turn in your notes. Have a fantastic day. Goodbye.